Hello, my name is Dr. Perrier with the Northern Virginia Community College. What I want to do today is show you how you're going to get started in Second Life, how you download the program, how you get an avatar, and how do you get to Nova's region in Second Life. Your professor should have posted on Blackboard for you this handout about getting started in Second Life. Let's just go over it a little bit. It has an introduction about the program, about the campus and things. It tells you how to download the program. It's a free program, Second Life. You can download it on your own computers. If you can't download it, you can find it on the campus, Manassas campus in Parish Hall in room 120. It's on all the computers there. And that's a student computer lab. It also tells you how to get an avatar, which you'll need even if you're going to work in the lab on campus, and how to do that. That's free also. Then it tells you a little about how to start the program, how to get into it, where you're going to appear. There's an orientation center called Caledon Oxbridge. It's going to tell you how to get there. There's a map you can go to. You type in Caledon Oxbridge and you can teleport there. It also tells you how to get to Nova's campus. So this is where it comes in here, how to get to the Nova's region in Second Life. And again, you're going to type in Nova, search, and you'll find Nova Annandale campus and go there. And there's our campus landing area where you want to land. It gives you some helpful hints how to move around Second Life, settings that might make your computer run a little better. And when you get down here, you're going to be talking about what's on the teleporter. We have a teleporter there. It's like a red telephone booth. In fact, you can see one right there. That's what they look like. When you go inside of there, you get a menu to go to different places. And this tells you what the teleporter menu name is for that place. And so you can find your way around. So hopefully your professor has given you this on Blackboard. And what we're going to do is go into downloading the Second Life program first, and then we'll talk about getting an avatar. So this is the the URL you want to use. We're using a program called Firestorm Viewer. The way I do that, I'll go into Google and type Phoenix Firestorm. And when I do that, I get no downloads for Phoenix Firestorm. This is the page you're going to get. You have Windows, you have for Mac, you have Linux. If you're using a Mac, click on this and you'll get, there's one option for downloads there. For Windows, we have a couple of options, so let's look at those. There's one for Second Life. SL just means Second Life, 32-bit. I suggest that you do this one down here, the Second Life and OpenSim one. It's a little bit stronger. So you click this to download it. It's going to save it to your computer. And you watch it save up there. And when it saves, you get a little, this goes, on my computer, this goes blue. And I click on that and I get the file name. And I can click on that file name and it'll open up. And then you install it on your computer. So it's a two-step process. You download it, you save it to your computer. Once it's saved, you click on the program, open it up, and you install it onto your computer. Once you've done that, you're going to have on your desktop this icon that says Firestorm. And you're going to click on that to open up the program. The next thing we want to do, though, now is we've got the Firestorm loaded. We want to get an avatar. So we're going to go to a different URL for that. We're going to go to secondlife.com. And again, we can do that going into Google if we want. Secondlife.com. And I want to make sure I'm the right one. Secondlife.com here. I would go on that, the official site. And so here you are. This is the web page you're looking for. And you want to join for free. Don't pay anything to join this. It's totally free to you. What you're going to do is be choosing an avatar. What you can see here is that we have different avatars available. These are called new avatars. We have classic avatars, and we have some other types of avatars, uh, the vampires. I suggest you take the classic. They're a little bit more boring. I agree with that. But you're going to find that the classic ones are going to not be as troublesome for you often. Some of the other ones are a bit more troublesome. How do you select these? Well, you use these arrows, and the one that's in front is the one you're going to be. If you click on this orange, it says choose this avatar. So what we're going to be doing here is trying to choose an avatar. I'm going to go with this guy with the red hair guy with the shirt kind of open, and just use him as my avatar for today. So choose this avatar. You're going to give him a username, and you want to make sure you write this down because you're going to need this, or make it something very easy for you. It doesn't have to have any capitals in it. I'm going to call him Joe Premier 3, and I'm going to put Nova in there just so everybody. It also makes there are very few people that use Nova at the end, so our students do, but not many others. It has to be available, so this means nobody else has used it. So we'll check. It's available. So now I can go to the next step. Enter an email address. And so I'm going to enter my Nova email. And do that right now. .edu. They want to know your birth date. It doesn't have to be all that accurate if you don't want to give it to them. Just make sure you're older than 18. That's the important thing. So just put something down there. You want to put in a password. This is important also. You need to remember the password and the username to get into the program. So make sure you type it correctly. And that you know exactly what it is. I'm just going to try it again. Make it kind of easy for yourself to know this is what you want to do. Select a question. You have what's your favorite vacation spot, what city were you born in, stuff like that. I'm just going to put vacation spot. I love Paris, so I'll put that in. I don't want their emails, and I've read and accepted terms of reference, and I'm not a robot, so click on that because people can have robots doing this kind of thing. Now create an account. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we're ready to select an account. We don't want the free one. Premium costs you money, so don't take that. So go select. Now the next thing they ask you is to download and install Second Life. That's the program. We've already installed that. We're using the Phoenix Firestorm viewer. This would be a different viewer that they have. We don't want to do that. So we're ready to leave this program. So we're going to go up here to the top right. That turns red up there, that little box, and you click on that and you're out. So now we've downloaded the program. We got an avatar. We're ready to start the program up. So if you go to, you should see this on your desktop. This icon says Firestorm. You want to go there. I've already opened it up here, so I don't waste too much time. It takes a little bit of time to open up, maybe 20, 30 seconds. We're going to put in the guy's name for my avatar, Joe Premier 3 Nova. I'm going to type in the password I gave. You don't worry about the location. You don't have any other you haven't been in there yet, so just leave it at last location. The grid, Second Life. I would say remember your username. It's easier to come back and do it again when you pop in, and then log in. This takes a little bit of time. And the first time you do this, you're going to have to do it this terms of their terms of service here. Click yes, I agree, and go on to continue. And you'll see as this orange line works its way down across the screen here that we're logging in here. We're going to be at a welcome center when we first start. So here we are at a welcome center. There's somebody else there. Don't worry about those people. There's another one there. There's different people here. They're just coming in also. So now we're not at Nova yet. We want to get to Nova. So how are we going to get to Nova? At the bottom here, you see some icons along the bottom. This one here is a map, and you actually put your cursor over it. It says map, and you click on that. The map comes up, shows you where we are, but we want to go to Nova. So next to find, here's find. We're going to type in here Nova. Go find. And you can see the different Novas they have. The first one is the one we want, Nova Annandale Campus. Later, this is going to be Nova Community College. We're in the process of changing that. So if you see Nova Community College, that's going to be fine also. We don't want to teleport yet. This is how we get there, clicking on teleport. But you see that red circle, that tells you where you'll land. That'll get you in the bottom of a lake. We want to be on this kind of brown, reddish brown, brick-colored line here. That's a sidewalk. So what we're going to do is click there. But also, if we go to the form, and we go about how to get into Nova's campus, it gives you the numbers you want to put in on the map. 77, 166, 23. So let's go back here. And we're at 166, but this is 77. And if we make this 23, this is your height. You won't fall out of the air when you do it. So we make it like that. Now we're going to go. We're all ready to go, and off we go. Boom. So now we're on the Nova region in Second Life. There's a big brick walkway there. There's a telephone booth that I talked about. And lots of things. Just look around. It's a pretty campus, lots of trees and plants and stuff like that. There's a big lake there and all that sort of stuff. So what do we want to do? Well, the first thing we want to do now, before you do anything else, is set a landmark for here. So you go up to this top toolbar, World, and landmark this place. You see that right there? Landmark this place. Click on that. Just create a landmark. And we want to do that. We're doing that because when we have this landmark, we can always come back here. Wherever we go, we can come back to this place. So we've created a landmark. You can see down here, this is the inventory. You hold your cursor over it. It says inventory. You pull that up. Since we just made that landmark, it's going to be in recent. When we log out, it's going to move over to inventory. Pull that up. Landmark, there's a Northern Virginia Community College. So you click on that, it's going to teleport you right back to this place. No matter where you are in Second Life, it'll bring you back here. The other thing we want to do is click on this icon here. It has an eye on it. Looks like an eye. You pull that up, you get a little box up here. Let me click it off. The box disappears. Now the box is back. We want to pull that box down here. You see how I did that? And now I have this box open. The one here on the left allows you to rotate. This is what's called camera controls. That really kind of controls your view. And the other one here on the right goes back and forth, up and down. So this allows you to look at things pretty well if you want to do that. So we've got landmarks, we've got the camera controls. Let's look about moving a little bit. Here's an icon down on the bottom toolbar. This looks like somebody walking at a crosswalk. Pull that up. You've got a little box here. You've got walk, run, or fly. One of the nice things about Second Life is you can fly around. And so he's going to go out and fly out over the lake. You can hear the wind blowing. I don't know if you got the sound right. You can hear it. We're going to bring him back here. One of the harder things to learn to do is to land correctly when you're coming in. But we'll bring him down, and these controls here you can use are your page up and page down and your arrow controls. So we'll stop flying. To walk, just use the arrows on your keyboard. The up arrow moves you forward. The down arrow moves you backwards. The side arrows turn you to the side. So that's very easy to walk around. It takes a little coordination to get it so that you're not having any issues falling off or anything. We're going to click on this little thing to get rid of the box. Oh, wrong thing I clicked on. We don't want that. So we're going to click on this, get rid of the box. We could click on this and get rid of that box if we want. So we've looked at landmarks, looked at how to move, talked a little bit about how teleporting a little bit. Let's look at how we teleport around the campus, though. This is the teleporter. Now that handout tells you where each place is and how to get to it with using this teleporter. You left click on it and you go inside, you get a menu. There's 3 pages to this. And we're just going to go to a close one. We'll go to the language center, or to the cell area. Here we're in cell 1 through 5. So the different activities in the cell area are over here. And usually for every activity, there's a handout, and that handout will tell you where to go with the teleporter. Let's look at how we use that landmark and teleport back. So we can go to our landmark here. I can click on that and go teleport, and I'm right back there where I started. I could use the teleporter to get back here. This would be the main landing, is the name of this area. But I can also use my landmark. And anywhere you are in Second Life, on this region or any other region, you can always come back using that landmark. Looking at the map, you can see the area here. See if this clears up for us. Hopefully it does. Yeah, there it is. You can see we have the lake right there. You're standing here. It's a big area, lots of things. If somebody was on here, you would see a little green dot. That would be that other person's avatar, their location and stuff like that. Here are some numbers down here, tell you where you are. Watch how those numbers change as I walk. I'm moving around, so I'm in a different location here. And so those numbers will change depending on where you go. I'm not seeing them changing, but they should be changing. That's what they're supposed to do. So usually you can, if you want to go to a certain place there, you could change those, set those numbers for that place. Some of those places will tell you where you're going. Okay, so that's the map, we've done teleporting. The orientation, just pull that up a little bit if you want to do this. The orientation's at a place called Caledon Oxbridge. Again, you'd open up your map, type in Caledon Oxbridge next to the find, and it's going to take you there. They have different halls. The first few are the ones you really want to focus on. They'll tell you about how to move, how to do things, how to sit, how to open things up, and stuff like that. It's a very good orientation to do. And the last thing I think we need to talk about is just kind of security on the campus. Second Life is like a large city. You have a lot of people here. Well, actually, let's do one other thing first. Let's talk about how you talk. You see, come down here to nearby chat. Let's pull that up. You can type, you see another person on campus. This kind of has to do with security. They're probably going to be a student or a professor. So feel free to talk to them as you would on campus, on the real campus. So you can say, hello, how are you? See, I typed that in there, and that's going to go to that person. Using nearby chat, anybody within 20 meters of me, I can talk to them. And how am I going to know they're in 20 meters? Well, you can pull up, I'm pulling up, this will tell you who's nearby. If somebody was nearby, it would tell you how close they are with range, tell you how long they've been in Second Life, give you their name here. So if they're in 20 meters, you can use nearby chat. If they're not within 20 meters, you want to use something called IM, or instant messaging. And if you see the person, you can just click on them. And we can't do that to yourself, but to other people you could do. There's going to be an option that says IM, and you can send them a message that way. The other thing you can do is talk. You can see this microphone icon down here. If I open that up, you see the arrows above my head. You can see my lips are moving. This is voice. I'm using voice now and talking in voice. So if you see somebody, you can talk to them in voice, you can nearby chat, or if they're far away, you'd use IM to talk to them. And clicking on the microphone, the voice then goes off, and no one's hearing me. Also, if you leave the voice on, they'll hear background noises. They'll hear your keyboard typing, these sorts of things. So you want to keep that off if you can, unless you're talking to someone. So security, Second Life is like a small city, 50,000 people in Second Life at any one time. Most of them are very nice people. They'll help you and stuff. There are a few people who are not so nice. If anyone's causing you problems, just teleport back to Nova if you're not on Nova. Or if you can't, teleport back. Or if they're on Nova, log out. If you know their username, you can see it's above their head for most people. Send that to me, and I can talk to them, and I can even ban them from coming on the campus if necessary. So stay safe, have fun, enjoy the campus. There's lots of things to do here, about 22 different activities right now. Quite a few of them are in the sky, some underwater in the lake. There's lots of things to look at and explore. So I wish you the best, and hope this was helpful for you.